Sharon, you ready to give us a tour? We're going to walk through this property. We're located down here on 559 mouth of Silas Creek Road, and that's in Lansing, North Carolina, folks. We're going to do an auction on this that ends on July 2nd. You can get all the information at ncauctionpro.com. That's ncauctionpro.com. My name is Matt Gallimore, and I'm one of the auctioneers. My phone number is 540-239-2585. And Sharon, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
I'm Sharon Roseman with United Country Real Estate Big Six Properties, and you can reach me. I'm a co-auctioneer and can be happy to give you a tour of this property anytime. 828-320-4726.
All right, so before we get into the tour, let's hit a couple of highlights. So we got 3.5 acres. We got it's a 1,344 square foot vinyl sided double wide that's been really taken
very well maintained. Very well maintained.
Sure is. And then it's got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and then we've got a workshop, we've got a wood shed, machine shed, and a storage building. We also got a root cellar back there.
This is a homestead property. You know, it is the coolest property out here in Ashe County, North Carolina. So this town is called Lansing. So most people know Ashe County by West Jefferson, but Lansing is a little small town just right outside of West Jefferson. You're 9 miles from Jefferson Landing, which is like the top golf area around. And if anybody's ever been tubing or canoeing up on a new river, a lot of church groups, different things go with Zalus canoes. It's 10 miles away. So you're just up the road from everything that people know about tourism and thing in this area. And then tucked out here on mouth of Silas Creek Road, you have this little homestead with a garden site and root cellar and a hilltop clearing that's known as the old backer patch up there, that's got a view looking down at the new river. That is a spectacular place for another building site or a camper, possibly even a little cabin for an Airbnb, a little glamping dome, you know, whatever you can dream. But this property has no restrictions. So if you've been looking for that mountain cabin, go down here and I can show you how to get a little 2-hour float on the river just with, you know, somebody to drop you off and pick you up. And backyard chickens, whatever you want to do, artist studio, like there's no restrictions. Right.
And stay tuned till the end, because we're going to go up on top of the knoll up here and let everybody see the views. So again, you can get all the information at ncauctionpro.com. That's ncauctionpro.com. And I'm afraid I may have said vaauctionpro.com at the beginning, but they both go to the same places because, again, we do auctions in multiple states. But you want to go to ncauctionpro.com and give Sharon a call if you want to get a tour of the property. So let's get started.
All right, well,
I'll let you lead the way.
So before you leave the porch, beautiful shutters, little wood accents. When you get up into the high country, temperature drops. So we're up above that temperature line, snow line. So it's really cool sitting most seasons of the year out here. When you come inside the house, again, you got the front porch and you come into an open living room concept. So you've got a really large living space. And this is a fireplace. Now, they have used a wood stove, and the wood stove is going to convey. And what's really cool is there's a woodshed full of wood that goes with it that is going to convey. It's probably enough to get you pretty close to through your first winter if you want to choose. And then there is a oil heater system that's here as well, and it's right behind that sofa. So when you come in through this open living room space, it's going to open up into this dining room, and it's a really large space. Could be a home office, a place for the dogs to play, you know, anything that you need. And you've got a pretty good sized kitchen with a little breakfast table here that can also serve as, you know, a little countertop area if you need to. It's got a really large pantry area. You've got 2 spaces on either side of the kitchen with pantry space, and you get a lot of really good light coming into the kitchen, and your morning light's going to come in from this side of the house, and the appliances do stay. And this opens up to a large kind of mud room, laundry room. The washer and dryer stay. Now the freezer does not stay, but you've got place for an upright freezer. And when you're living up here in Ashe County, sometimes keeping food storage, you know, just saves you trips. It's only less than 15 minutes to the Super Walmart, so it's not like you're in the middle of nowhere, but if you don't want to make a lot of trips in and out. And then you've got this lovely side porch The dog fencing does not stay, but you got a great space to let the dogs in and out. And Drew, the sun is going to rise just over that mountaintop right there in front of you. So this is a great little breakfast porch to come out and have your coffee and start your day. And all the land for this property is going to go back behind. We'll take a tour of all the land just in a little bit. All right, so you're coming back through this living room area, and all the carpet has been taken out of the house except for one room. And when you come through to the other side, there are 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. You can see the bedroom on this side. Pretty good space. And then you've got a full bath here. And this is bedroom number 2, and this is the only room carpet's left. It's been removed everywhere else. And the AC units that are here do stay. They only run them not that often. You get a lot of cooler mornings and cooler evenings, but sometimes they run them at night. And then right across the living room area is the primary bedroom. Hello, sweet girls. Y'all are being so sweet, letting me come in your room. But we've got the primary suites here. It's got double closets, and then it opens up and does have its own bath. So you've got a corner shower. Floors look to be in good shape. Sink. And the primary bedroom does have a window AC unit as well here for use in this space. So the home is 3 bedrooms with 2 full baths, and then you have the large open living room area, dining room, and then the kitchen, breakfast area, and a little mudroom. So we're going to go out and take a look at the back porch, and I'm excited to show you the property. It's a true homestead property. One of my favorite things about this property is the root cellar.
Okay.
So this is a true old-fashioned Appalachian root cellar. And you come on in, it's got a concrete floor, and it's built into the north bank. We've had the door open. It's just now up to 60 degrees with the door open. And you've got a potato bin, place for your canned goods. But this room will stay just about 55 degrees all year round. Now, outside, it's almost 80. But in here, it's 60, and it was 55 when we
Yeah, we've had the door open for a while.
And we've had the door open for a while, so we're going to mess up your green beans. Usually 50 even. And if you come around to the top, they've made good use of the root cellar space. And you've got, you'll catch me breathing hard on your video, Drew. You're going to have a storage space up top right here, and that shelving does stay. It's kind of nice. And Matt, I think that's the tank for the kerosene heater.
For the monitor inside? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then this spring branch is kind of pretty much the property line on this side,
It looks like it's the property line on the map.
Yep.
And water
Year round, right?
runs out year round.
And that's the water source for the property. They've got a reservoir, and then it feeds the house.
Spring water. Yep.
You got a wood shed, machine shed right here.
Yep.
And then you've got another storage building right there, and then the property goes on up to the top.
Yeah, it goes on up around, and there's a flat spot up top that they call the tobacco patch. It's a little knoll up there, and you can see the New River.
Well, let's drive up there.
We'll drive up there and
you
take a
want to
look.
jump in?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see how a Dodge Ram does.
So this was your garden spot?
That was one.
What did you grow right here?
We grew beans and corn, squash, cucumbers, tomatoes. We grew the best tomatoes we've ever grown.
Well, I got a question. How'd you keep the deer out of it?
We had electric fence around.
Electric fence around it. That's what I thought.
This thing, did you feel it start sliding?
I did. I just don't want to tear a yard up.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well,
We're gonna have to
found out what the Dodge can do.
All right, so we're up here on the knoll of the property, and this is one of my favorite features. So you've got a large open field now where Matt's coming up over the horizon right there. That feeder and that hunting blind, just that corner of it you'll see on the map is on the neighbors. But Drew, if you'll turn around right here, that hunting hut already built for you up in the trees. And when we go down the hill, you'll see the feeder. And so we've got this whole property up here that, you know, if you're going to homestead, you've got a place to grow your vegetables, this is a great place to grow potatoes and some of your root vegetables up here, but it's a great spot for a camper or another home. And there is a road, probably need a little gravel down coming back up here, but there's another right-of-way that comes up the other side, the way you saw Matt coming in. There's a deeded right-of-way, so there's a separate entrance that can come up to this parcel without even coming up past the house. So if there's two families looking to go in together, this would be a great spot for that. And then just across the trees, these large oak trees are part of the property, but it's seasonal views. Now when the leaves are out, you can see all across the mountain, and just right across the street is the New River. So it's a really cool property, but you've got no restrictions against hunting. And we just saw turkey in the woods up there. You've got deer. You can see fresh tracks right there beside you, Matt, of the deer coming through. So it's a great place for another home site. It's a great spot for a garden. You got to have a little electric fence though, because the animals are plentiful around here. Yeah. And you know, another home site.
That's right. Anybody that wants like a self-sufficient homestead type property, it's got all the elements, because you've got Blue Ridge Mountain spring water coming out of the mountain here, so you got some fresh water. And
it's gravity fed. There's two springs that are gravity fed down here to this reservoir, so you know, you might need a pump to pump it in the house, but it's no power required to get into the reservoir.
To the reservoir. Yeah. And then I've been noticing all kinds of tracks, deer tracks and stuff while we're up here.
Turkey.
Oh, did you? Turkey.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got your water, you can kill it, you can grill it, you've got a place to store it. You can also got awesome garden spots down here. So
preservation in the root cellar.
Preservation in the root.
If you look back up on the hill, you know, the way they've got the hunting, this is already thought out for you. Decades of people living the life.
Years,
so you can bait it, shoot it, go down here, clean it, go inside, can it, and stick it out in the root cellar.
There you go.
You're good to go. And then you got a winter's worth of wood in the woodshed to get you started. Throw in some solar panels or a generator, and there you'll be. Right. And the spring is just coming out of the ground, just above this concrete structure. It's dry on the other side of that hill. So it's just coming out of the ground, and that spring is not only what's filling the reservoir, but what's giving birth to this creek flowing by the house. And no restriction against other animals. So if somebody wanted to do some honeybees or dairy goats, your chickens, backyard chickens, and you've got a couple of good places, you know, if somebody wanted to do pigs. Yeah. You get in some of these valleys, it's always good and the pigs like the shade too, so they don't get sunburned.
And it's private.
It's very private.
Yeah, because you're tucked down between two ridges here.
But when you want to clean up and go to town, you know, you're 10 minutes from one of West Jefferson's premier golf resorts. You're not far from downtown West Jefferson, where, you know, you've got a lot of shops. And one of my favorites is Ashe County Cheese, where they make local cheese and have a little farm store there. It's made right here in the county. And you've got the New River. And tubing the New River
a lot of recreation.
Trails. Ashe County, North Carolina. Got a great visitor guide online.
All right, go check it out at ncauctionpro.com. Property's located at 559 mouth of Silas Creek Road in Lansing, North Carolina. So go check it out. If you want to see the property, give Sharon a call. What's your phone number, Sharon?
828-320-4726.
All right, and just to kind of recap, we got a double wide, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, got a workshop, got a root cellar, got a machine shed, and it's on 3.5 acres.
And the storage building for like lawnmowers, equipment, or whatever.
Yeah, and you got awesome views up here too. So again, go check it out. Auction ends July 2nd, and then you can get all the information at ncauctionpro.com.